Hey, welcome to Relax and Learn Guitar, where you can play some guitar, unwind, and have a little bit of fun. I'm Kevin, and I love to play guitar. I love teaching others. So thanks so much for tuning in tonight for another live lesson. You're not going to find a lot of bells and whistles here, fancy gimmicks. What you will find are just real lessons, well-paced, and some motivation to relax and learn guitar. So let's get into it. We are wrapping up Country Month at Relax and Learn Guitar. So tonight's selection is a country classic by Hank Williams. So we're going to be learning I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry. I say this all the time. Some of the best songs are definitely the sad songs. And this is one for Hank Williams. You could definitely hear this growing up in my parents playing this on the country radio as I was growing up. And it's funny because I was always too cool to play the music my parents listened to. I was much more into rock or metal or punk. And the older I get, the more I go back to those early days, and I realize how much that stuff has really shaped the music that I like and the style that I have. Some of those classics. So this one definitely falls into that category. So we're going to learn this. I'll play it for you and break it down. It's in the key of E. I'm playing it without any capo or anything. And you can do the same thing if you want to play along to the record. And just to point out, because I'm playing it without a capo, my low voice is going to sound even lower than usual. But I will sing just kind of the first and the last verse, just to get the point across, and I really like those verses. I think they're the coolest ones. So it's in the key of E. It's a 3/4 time, so it's a waltz, kind of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. If you listen to the records, it's one of those classic country songs. So here we go. Hank Williams, I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry. Sounds too blue to fly. The midnight train is whining low. I'm so lonesome I could cry. The silence of a falling star lights up the purple sky. I guess the point across. Great song, just 3 chords, and there's really no chorus. It's just 4 verses. So before we get into the chords, I want to teach you the strumming pattern. So you're just to learn this, just mute your strings. So they sound like that. Hold your hand over the strings up here. And the strumming pattern is 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And it goes like this. You're going to hit the bass or root note. For the E chord, it's going to be the 6th string. Then down, down, up. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So play that till you're sick of it, or until you annoy your friends, neighbors, and anyone else who's listening to you. And next you're going to, and that's the strum pattern through the whole song. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And a mistake some people make when they're starting out, when you're doing that upstroke or that up strum, you don't have to hit all 6 strings. So you're basically hitting maybe like the 1st, 2nd, 3rd string. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So the and is the up strum, and you only have to hit those first couple of strings because you want to have a little time to dig back into that bass. So the song starts with the E chord. So when you apply that strum pattern to the E chord, you get that effect. And from there. So it's starts on E. So hear that lonesome whippoorwill. He sounds too blue to fly. So when he says midnight, you go to the A chord. I play the A chord with kind of a mini bar. I just use my index finger and bar the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. And I just mute that 1st string. And the A is a 5th string root, so it's 5 down, down, up. So midnight train is whining. Back to the E. Whining low. I'm so lonesome. And every time he says lonesome, you play the B7 chord. Back to the E. And the B7, I need a refresher, you put your index finger on the 4th string 1st fret, middle finger 5th string 2nd fret, ring finger 3rd string 2nd fret, pinky finger 1st string 2nd fret. So picking up on a pattern there, kind of crunching all those into that 2nd fret. And the 5th string is the root there as well. So it starts on the E for 8 measures, so 8 bars of E. Hear the lonesome whippoorwill. He sounds too blue to fly. To the A. Midnight train. That's only 2 bars, 2 measures. Midnight train. Back to the E. It's whining low. Also 2 bars. I'm so lonesome I could cry. So it's the A night train is emo. I'm so B7 I could E. So there at the end of those pieces, you've got the A just for 2 bars, E 2 bars, B7 2 bars, and E 2 bars. So there is quite a bit of chord changing going on there. What I have seen people struggle a little bit with is the E to B7. So what I would recommend there is what I would call kind of an anchor finger. You're not going to lift up your middle finger, which is bad to lift up your middle finger anyway. So when you're playing the E, and you go to the B7, leave your middle finger down. I'll do that kind of slow so you can see. So I'm playing the E. Leave your middle finger down and then fret the B7. Back to the E. So your middle finger anchors there, and you pick up just like a split second at a time to make that chord change much smoother. And that's just one area that I've seen people kind of struggle with. So you might want to just kind of practice this over and over as well. E to B7, back to E. And if you'll see what I'm doing there is what this allows you to do when you leave your anchor finger there is you can then put down your index, your ring, and pinky in that order, because you're doing a down strum, remember, so you definitely want to have that bass note first, but then that gives you a little bit of time to fret it, in kind of succession, so you don't got to do it all at once. So that's just another tip for you with this song. So practice that waltz, and you'll be able to use that in a whole bunch of country tunes, that pattern. And maybe that E to B7 chord change might be the biggest thing to worry about with this song. So that's it for this country music lesson to wrap up the country music month. If you'd like more information about the Relax and Learn Guitar membership community, head over to relaxandlearnguitar.com and click the join button. You don't have to go at this alone. Learning guitar is much more fun, much faster when you're doing that in a group. And the best part of the membership is I'm there personally to answer your questions and help you out. You can talk with others, watch the videos, or just hang out. So definitely check that out. And I will see you guys for the next live lesson.